Hi again. Today I want to talk to you about sharing what you have with others if they are in need. And one of the things I share is oil blends. And so that's one of the reasons I do this video. And right now, a lot of people are going through stressful times, and there are ways we can share with them. Some people just talk, do different things. But with me, I'll share oil blends that I have found from my own experience help me with my stress, help me keep my emotions a little more settled, help me feel good about things. Now, I have a friend who had to take a leave from work in order to become caregiver for her mother. And she's very worried about the stress. I mean, she's leaving a job she loves to take care of her mother, not knowing how long, what it's going to entail. It's a new unknown situation. And so I offered to share some oil blends with her, and her response was, I don't know much about oils. I know you use oils, but I really don't know much. So I am putting together some small bottles for her so she can use them, and hopefully one or more will help her when her stress is increasing to bring it back down. So I'm going to talk about the oils real quick and then show you two ways you can share if you already have oils and want to pass along what you have to someone. So the first oil I'm going to be sharing will be lavender. This was the first one I ever used 25 years ago for stress. And you can put some lavender on your temples, on your wrist, back of your neck. It helps relieve stress. And you can also diffuse it, but in her case, she doesn't have a diffuser. So I'm giving her bottles so that she can apply it to herself. Most people can put lavender directly on their skin. Some people have a sensitivity and might need to use a carrier oil. So I'm going to be giving her straight oil, but I'll give her a little carrier oil that she can use too. So that's the first oil that I'm going to be sharing with her. The second oil is a blend. It's called Stress Away. And just like the name implies, it is there to help take away your stress. Stress Away is primarily a blend. It's got vanilla extract in it, which smells awesome. It also has quite a bit of lime in it. And the combination is just so soothing and relaxing. In addition to that, in addition to the lime, it has copiaba, cedarwood, and acacia. And those oils all work together to create a relaxing feeling for you. I carry a roll-on bottle of this with me all the time. If I feel stressed, I put it on my wrists or my temple. I've carried it with me when I take my husband to a doctor's appointment, and if we're waiting a very long time and he starts getting anxious, I give it to him. He uses it and it helps him. So Stress Away is a wonderful one to have. I've diffused it. I put it in the car if you're traveling and you're stuck in traffic. It's a great oil to diffuse in your car. So that's Stress Away. The next one I've talked about before, this is Peace and Calming. Peace and Calming is another blend. I use this when I'm doing my prayers, my meditation. I have a roller bottle of it. So if I'm feeling anxious or stressed when I go to bed, I put it on my forehead, my temples, back of my neck, the bottom of my feet, my wrist, whatever. And it has a calming entity to it, for lack of a better word. Peace and Calming has a bit of citrus in it. It's got tangerine and orange In addition to that, it's got ylang ylang, patchouli, and blue tansy. And again, all of these work together to create a very calming feeling. And then the last one I'm going to be sharing with her is one of my favorites. I wear this as a personal scent. I love the scent of this. This is Joy. And so this is a blend. It's got some citrus, it's got some floral. So it's got a range of oils: bergamot, ylang ylang, geranium, lemon, coriander, tangerine, jasmine, Roman chamomile, palmarosa, and rose. So you can tell there's citrus, there's floral, there's just a nice blend. And this, for me, has such a wonderful scent. And what I do is, if I'm going out and I know it may be a stressful day, or I really need to have myself grounded and focused, I'll take a drop of this and just pat it where my heart is, and it just helps. It just is so relaxing scent. So there's two ways that you can share oils like this, all right? If you're fortunate enough to have sample bottles, they look like this. These are called sample bottles. They're very, very small. And these, I can take the top off just with my fingernail, okay? So I'm able to fill this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a few drops of lavender in this bottle. Okay, so I'll give her maybe about 10. Okay, that's not very much, but she might not need much. She's trying these. And then if she says, this one worked best for me, I'll know what she can use. Then I take this, I pop it on. The neat thing with these sample bottles, and these are the ones that I got from Young Living, is there's a little stopper there. And so you open the stopper to get the oil. So I've got that. I'm going to put the cap on. Now, there's no way she's going to know what this is, especially when I give her several of these. So I need to label it. And what I did for myself was I invested in the Young Living labels. So these are neat little labels that have the name of the oil. So I'm peeling off a lavender, and I'm going to put it on the bottom. So if the caps got mixed up, it wouldn't matter. So I put it right on the bottom, press it on. It is an absolutely perfect fit. Now, if you don't have these nifty labels, what you could do is, if you had other labels like this, I could take like a purple one, because the lavender bottle is purple. With a marker, I'd put an L, and I would do the same thing. That's one way you're able to share. Now, another way you could share, if you don't have the luxury of having sample bottles and really neat labels like that, is, being a frugal person, I keep the bottles when the oils run out. I have a basket here that I keep them in, as you can see. I wash them out. Some of them I take the labels off, and some I don't. This one, I didn't take the label off, so if I wanted to share RC with someone, I could just literally reuse that bottle. But what I'm going to do is, I have these bottles, I've taken the labels off, I've sterilized them, and what you could do is I could just, again, put about 10 drops or so in here, pop the stopper on, and then I have the cap, so I could do that, pop the stopper on. It's not on all the way, but as I put the cap on, it will now put the stopper on. So now the oil's in there. If I wanted to, I actually could put the oil and then just put some fractionated coconut oil in there, and it would actually be ready for her to use with a carrier oil. And then what I would do with these bottles, I could use those labels on the bottom or on the cap, but what I would also do is I have these labels, I have a bunch of labels, I would write the name and I would just put it onto that bottle for her. So I'm going to fix up 4 bottles. I've got my lavender, I used that, and then I'm going to do the same thing with Stress Away, Peace and Calming, and Joy. Now those happen to be the 4 that I've chosen to share because my personal experience as a caregiver, as a person who's gone through a great deal, those for me have helped with my stress. If you're familiar with oils, there might be something you know that would help with stress. So when you're sharing oils that you have, these are 2 ways that you can do it. I hope this video has helped you. I know we're all going through some strange times, and so I encourage you to think about what you have that you can then share with someone else. So anyway, I'm going to finish this up, get it ready for her, get it to her in the next day or 2, and say some prayers that these work. If you have any questions, if you're interested in trying some of these oils yourself, if you're interested in learning more about oils, please reach out and communicate to me. I hope you have a very good day.